So good morning everyone on Instagram and on YouTube. And we've got Rachel on Zoom this morning. And we're starting this morning with our 10-minute meditation. So I suggest finding a comfortable position, perhaps that's lying down or seated, whatever feels good for you, but make sure that you can rest and relax. I like to have a blanket on and maybe a cushion under the head and under the back of the knee. So I'm going to begin our meditation with an intention today. So something that resonates with you, usually starting with I am, and something that you can use throughout the rest of the meditation to help ground you, and perhaps even in the yoga sequence as well, that can bring your awareness back to this attention, to stop your mind wandering, but also something that you want in life. For example, if you want to feel calm, you would say something like, I am calm and at peace, something in the present tense that you can bring your mind to. So thinking of that affirmation now and saying it in your mind's eye. And usually I would suggest having the hands out, but in this meditation, we're going to place both hands on the center of your torso, just above the belly button. And as you inhale, slowly counting 1, 2, 3, exhaling, counting 1, 2, 3. So on the inhale, expanding the belly, rib cage, lungs. And then on the exhale, feeling that contraction as the belly, ribs, and lungs come in. Focusing your awareness on your breathing and the contraction and expansion it creates within your body this morning. Now, beneath your hands, imagine a liquid, golden light, smooth, warm, and shimmering at the core of your being. This liquid golden light is your own inner light. So just allow yourself to connect with the liquid light as it flows through you. With every breath, your light gets stronger and brighter and becomes a living energy, a sensation that is palpable between the hands. Now, in your mind's eye, imagine the sun. See the sun living as light, beginning to drink the energy of this living light into every part of your being, allowing the light to enter from the crown of your head, drawing it down to beneath your hands. The light enters from the soles of your feet and draws up to your core, gathering again beneath your hands. Let this living light be absorbed through the back of the body. The entire back of your body absorbs the light and again gathers at the center beneath your hands. Now let the light gather on the front of the body. The whole front of your body is covered in this powerful golden light that gathers at your core. The light saturates every cell of your body, gathering as one at the core of your being. Take a deep breath, pulling your belly in as you do so, and then taking a deep exhale as a release. Repeating your affirmation in your mind's eye. With your hands still gently resting on your belly, still lying quietly for a moment longer, noticing the effect of the stillness and visualization on both your mind and body. On your next inhale, receive light. Next exhale, give out light. Repeat for 5 more breaths. Inhale, receiving light. Exhale, giving out light. When you're ready, use your hands and hug them around your arms. Maybe give yourself a big squeeze, reaching around to your shoulder blades. Imagining yourself in an energetic bubble of bright golden light to fill your meditation practice. Repeating the affirmation, I am a being of radiant light. And we're going to move on to our intentions and affirmations now. So again, release the arms wherever feel comfortable. These are affirmations by John Diamond, Life Energy. So just gently resting the tongue on the roof of the mouth. And we're going to repeat the affirmations. You're welcome to do them aloud or in your head, whatever you prefer. I'm going to read them and then you choose whether to read them aloud in your mind's eye or speaking them. So when you're ready, I have love, faith, trust, gratitude, and courage. I am humble. I am tolerant. I am modest. I am happy. I have good fortune. I am cheerful. I reach out with love. I have faith and confidence in my future. I am secure. I am clean and good. I am worthy of being loved. I renounce the past. I am generous. I am relaxed. I have forgiveness in my heart. I am content. I am tranquil. I am buoyed up with hope. I am light and buoyant. I am jumping with joy. I am in harmony. I am at peace. I have love, faith, trust, gratitude, and courage. My life energy is high. I am in the state of love. So let's add some movement back to the body, wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe hugging knees into the chest or taking a big stretch. And we're actually going to continue to lie down, but you can do these seated at any point. And this morning we're going to be working on vestibular drills. So yesterday we did vision drills, and vestibular drills, I always like to try them lying down because this is kind of variation one. So if you ever feel dizzy, sick, or the other ones don't agree with you, then just bring them back down to the floor or lying down. And this is kind of our base. So if the eyes are closed, I want you to open them now, bringing your eyes to a fixed point on the ceiling. And just keep your eyes there on that point, and then begin to rock your head side to side as if you're shaking your head no. So start slowly at first. It doesn't need to be the biggest range of motion. And then maybe you're making the shaking of the head bigger, but keeping the eyes still. So we're just taking the head side to side. Keep that breath slow. So our vestibular system is that inner ear system that helps keep us balanced, helps us know where our head is in space, stops us from falling over. And then if you feel like, okay, I've mastered this, I feel fine with this, I want you to bring the eyes with the head. So rock the head side to side as the eyes come round, following the same motion of the head. So this is kind of level 2. If this doesn't feel okay, go back to level 1. And then when you think, hey, I've mastered this, this feels easy peasy, then level 3, we close the eyes and continue to rock the head side to side. Lovely. And then once you feel like, okay, I've had enough of that, we're going to come up to a seated position and give it a go seated. So seated, we still feel pretty stable. Doesn't feel like we're going to fall over, hopefully. But remember, if you do feel like any of those emotions, then come down to the ground and bring it down. So we'll do the exact same thing, eyes on a point in front of you, take the head side to side. We did this in my Halloween class because it kind of looks like a creepy doll, where the eyes are staying fixed, it's only the head moving. And again, you might make the movement faster, slower, bigger range of motion or smaller range of motion. Yeah, perfect, Rachel. And then level 2, we take the eyes with the head, follows all the way around. Again, you might begin to speed it up soon as you feel more confident. And then level 3, we're going to close the eyes. And for me, that is way too much. So for you, it might be completely different. You might feel confident in these movements. If you never have car sickness or you feel like you have pretty good balance, then your vestibular system might be already in tip-top working condition, whereas I know that mine needs a lot more work. And then we're just going to add one more movement to this. We're going to move the head up and down. So start again with the fixed point as you nod the head up and down. Again, you might start slow, and then you might bring the eyes with the head. And then option to close the eyes. Yeah, perfect. Remember to try to keep that breath slow. 2 more breaths here. And then we're really going to test our bodies. We're going to come up to standing. Try not to use your hands when you come up to standing. Try and test yourself. And then as you come up, I don't know if I'm in any of the cameras. I'm in my Zoom one. Sorry if you're on Instagram. We're going to start with the exact same thing, eyes on a fixed point. But what I want you to do is focus on where your feet is. So set yourself up. If you feel like you're wobbly, then bring your feet out wider. We've got a wider base of support. We're less likely to feel like we're wobbling. If you want to challenge yourself, zip the feet together, toes and heels side by side. And then again, eyes on that fixed point. Let's just start with side to side, creepy doll. And then when you've mastered that, eyes move with the head. And when you've mastered that, eyes closed. Remember, it's going to feel quite different standing up. So keep that breath slow. Face is relaxed. Fingertips are relaxed. And then 2 more breaths here. And our last round, we're going head up and down. So eyes on the fixed point, eyes moving with the head, or eyes closed. And notice if your body begins to sway, that might just be an indication that it's a bit too much here. Good, Rachel. Take another 3 breaths here. And then we're going to shake it out after you've done these 3 breaths. And then that's our vestibular drills done this morning. So I feel like we should work into our balance in our movement practice to make sure you've got some space around you, and we're going to start moving. So the first movement I wanted to take this morning, you can stand anywhere on your mat. We've got feet about hip width distance apart. And we're just going to allow the arms to swing all the way around the body, allow them to actually hit your body. Allow that momentum to move the arms. Notice if there are any slip sensations. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake it off again. We'll come to our Tadasana, so bring the big toes and heels touching. Start at the top of your mat. Roll the shoulders back and down. Palms face forward. So I want you to feel really strong in our mountain pose. So imagine the knees are active, and you can imagine them turning out. You can imagine them rotating out to the side, even though they'll stay facing forward. You're pressing all 4 corners of your feet down into the ground. If I was to come and poke your butt, your glutes would be super strong and active. Chest is proud, and we've got a neutral pelvis here. So imagine that tailbone facing down towards the ground. Shoulders roll back and down, and a slight tuck of the chin as the crown of the head reaches up to the sky. Maybe you want to close your eyes and test your balance a little here. Or maybe you want to keep the eyes open on a fixed point. Let's take 3 breaths here. Maybe repeat your affirmation that you made in your meditation practice. And then when you're ready, you're welcome to keep eyes closed or open them. We're going to hug left knee into the chest. So lift that left knee up, maybe interlace those fingers, Really press the right foot down, right leg is active. As you hug that left knee in, squeeze it in, point the left toes. Yes, point the left toes down to the ground. That's better. Squeeze the knee in up to the shoulder. See if you can lift it any higher and make sure that right leg is super straight, super strong. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to step back into a high lunge. To release that leg, step the left foot back, reach the arms up to the sky. Bring the hands onto the hips, and I want you to just press the hip bones in your high lunge. So still bending into that front knee, back leg is straight. I want you to slightly tuck the pelvis. So we've got, again, that tailbone facing down towards the ground, neutral spine, and the hip bones are level, so we're not opening on one side. Then lift the arms back up. Palms face each other. Take a breath here. And then we're going to come into a warrior 2. So allow that back heel to drop down. We're opening the hips, opening the arms. Look towards those front fingertips. The warrior 2 is a strong pose when we start engaging everything. So I want you to imagine the feet pressing down into the ground and then pulling towards each other. And then inner thighs drawing towards each other, but still bending into front knee. And front knee, you should be able to see your big toe on your front foot. If not, just bring it out slightly to the side. And arms are reaching away from each other, the opposite ends of the room. As that pelvis again is neutral. So we're not sticking the booty out in this one. Take 3 more breaths here. Looking over the front fingertips. And then we're going to come back to our high lunge. Lift off that back heel, arms up. Bring the hands to prayer in the center of the chest. And we're going to come to a tree pose from here. So right foot stays standing. Let's see if we can lift left foot straight anywhere onto the right leg. And I don't want you to use your hand. I want you to place it anywhere, just using the activation of the leg. And it can go absolutely anywhere on your leg. Your legs are resilient, even though you have joints there, because you're pushing the leg into the foot and the foot into the leg as the hips like thrusting forwards, basically opening the hip joint. Knee is pressing out to the left side. Right toes, keeping your balance here. And then options to play around with the arms. Maybe you want to reach them up to the sky. Still in prayer. Maybe you want to open them up. If you want to test your vestibular system some more this morning, you could try the nodding, eyes on a fixed point, or shaking the head. Or you could bring the eyes with you, or even close the eyes. But we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left knee comes back to center. Place the foot down, place the arms down to take it out. We'll work through one sun salutation before we go on the other side. Inhale, circle arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look ahead. Exhale, step back, high plank. Knees come down, we'll do 1 cat and cow. Inhale, drop the chest, look up. Exhale, round, look towards belly button. Again, arch the spine the other way. Bend into the elbows, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come forward, baby cobra. Lift the hands, keep the feet down, knees are lifted. And then when you're ready, come to your downward dog. Tuck those toes, hips up to the sky. Take any movements in your downward dog. Take 2 more breaths here. Pressing the ground away from you, finding stillness. And then lifting to the top of the mat, take an inhale. Exhale, make your way to a halfway lift at the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. And then super slowly, we're gonna roll all the way up to standing. Perfect. Let's do that on the other side. So hug the right knee into the chest, point right toes down. So spread the toes of the left foot to help ground you, find some stability there. And really point right toes down as if we're a ballet dancer, and that right knee is hugging up towards the shoulder. Left leg is super strong and active. If I was to poke that leg, each muscle would be super fired up. For 3, 2, and 1. Step the foot back, high lunge, reach the arms up. Set yourself up here, so bring the hands back onto the hip bones. Notice if that pelvis is in neutral, can you change it a bit more? Is it level? Is that back leg firing? You can even bring your hand to the back leg. What's the thigh doing? Is front knee dropping in or is it pressing out? And then when you feel ready and stable, bring the hands back. You basically want to feel like our body is just super strong before moving anywhere else. Last breath here. And then on your next exhale, we're going to open out for our warrior 2. Back heel drops down, arms open up. Perfect. Looking over front fingertips. As we imagine that energy pool again between the heels drawing together, inner thighs drawing together, the arms outstretching, pelvis facing down. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. High lunge, lift off that back heel, arms up. Hands come together and then down to prayer. And we're stepping straight into our tree pose. So without using your hand, get that right foot on the side of the left leg. That right knee is coming out to right side. As that right foot is pushing into the leg is pushing into the foot. Shoulders roll back and down, chest is proud. Again, notice what the pelvis is doing. Is one side lifting? Can you try and get them even? Ooh, I'm wobbly on this side this morning. And then option to take a variation with the arms. Maybe you're lifting hands up, opening the arms. And then maybe you want to test yourself with some vestibular drills, keeping your eyes on a fixed point and taking movements with the head. Beautiful. Bring the hands back to prayer, center of the chest. Knee comes in, foot comes down, shake it out. And we'll just take 3 arm circles together. So anything you like with the legs. But inhale, circle, arms up, look up. Exhale, palms face out, exhale down. Circle down. Lovely. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one on tippy toes. Inhale up, lift the heels. Exhale, arms and heels down. Bring your hands to prayer, bowing to one another as gratitude for our yoga practice today and for each other. Thank you everyone so much for joining me. Thank you everyone on YouTube and on Instagram Live. I hope I see you again tomorrow.